Hi everybody, welcome to an unexpected Patron Week pick. We're playing a Metal Gear.
Yeah, which our combined Metal Gear playtime, I think, is like 45 minutes.
Well, I did play Metal Gear.
Like Metal Gear, the arcade game? Or like, not the arcade game, like the NES game?
Yes, like the original Metal Gear. The Metal Gear where there wasn't enough memory in the system to save the state of adjacent screens, so if you fucked up at the stealth, which happens all the time, you just run to the next screen and then come back and everything's back to normal.
So I have to think one of the reasons this game got picked is that it turns out this was basically an internet meme about 9 years in the making.
Yeah, kind of turned out to be a little prophetic about certain very specific phrases and political ideas that were not quite so clear-cut in 2014.
Well, it also just contains a lot of bombastic, out-of-context moments and a meme culture that rewards templates that are over the top without making any fucking sense. This game has the right accent. It's not speaking the right language for modern meme culture, but it definitely has the right accent, and that's close enough.
So what the fuck are VR missions?
It's like
VR
training,
missions,
like special thing.
Yeah, it's basically imagine an arcade mode. It's just the mechanics distilled down into like just the core mechanics. Usually in a Metal Gear game that means stealth missions, but here it means action swordplay.
Yeah, it's like bonus
so it's
stuff.
It's not a VR mode. Like it won't.
No, this predates like commercially available virtual reality headsets. By like, I
don't know. They could have updated it. That'd be very weird for them to do, especially given this is like what, a platinum game, but still.
Also, it's a third-person action brawler, which is, I can confirm, the most puke-worthy kind of thing to adapt to that particular interface.
You know, fucking Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has a VR edition, or maybe just a VR mode, I don't remember, and it's literally just you are floating above and behind Senua and controlling it with the normal, like, gamepad.
You brought that up during the Alex stream, yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, like the first time I ever got to use a VR headset, you should probably start, I don't know. The first time I ever got to use a VR headset was at IndieCade like a decade ago, and it was a shitty Oculus headset, and I was so excited to explore a virtual world, and they proceeded to fucking load up an over-the-shoulder shmup.
Well, I mean, that was the stuff that existed at the time.
Well, the other big VR highlight of that session was, oh boy. Yeah, wow. They don't really make games that look like this anymore, do they?
No.
To be fair, what they're doing is basically emulating very much the aesthetics of a PlayStation 2 game, but not like the technical requirements, just like, because this is what Metal Gear Solid 2's VR missions looked like. They didn't have jumping, but the idea is that they use VR missions for training, and this is the tutorial, so you're doing the VR mission as a training.
Basically, we're in the holodeck.
Right.
So I've also elected to piss literally everyone off by playing this game with a mouse and keyboard.
Christ have mercy.
So the reason that sucks is that this is a game about swinging a sword, and it's way easier to get the angles fun and accurate with a dual analog stick than a mouse.
Just like, when I was looking at the portrait there, so I've seen a lot of clips from this game, because I think everyone has, and I followed the discourse when it came out, just because it was really fun to see, like, a game starring, like, a spin-off from Metal Gear Solid that had nothing like Metal Gear Solid's mechanics, that starred a character everyone hated because he was just like a whiny pretty boy who replaced Solid Snake without warning in Metal Gear Solid 2, like, actually be really baller, badass, and just, like, knock everyone's socks off. Like, that was a really cool moment to be part of. Just not one that I had any actual interest in participating in. But looking at it now, one thing that suddenly occurred to me, the faces in this game have a very interesting character to them. I don't know if it's like other games in the Metal Gear Solid franchise or not, but I would describe it as every person looks like they're a late 90s anime film character.
I mean, that is kind of...
Yeah, but that very specific era.
Oh, interesting.
That's why you want a dual analog stick, because you can set the angle so much easier.
Oh Christ! Okay. So this is fun. Josh is going to make it look horrible, and can we adopt like some kind of principled position about like using mouse and keyboard? Like if your game has mouse and keyboard support, it better be good. I think no one's on our side on that one, right? I'm not even sure I'm on that side. I'm just saying, can we defend ourselves with that? Could that be like
I mean, probably not.
Yeah.
I like mouse and keyboard for most things. Not actually this. This would almost certainly be better with a controller, but I mean,
yeah.
I could run out to my loft and go, you know what? Oh, let's do that. Hi everybody, welcome to spoiler warning Patron week. I'm going to go to the other room and find my fucking controller while Rutskarn and Chris fail to entertain you.
Okay.
So, see ya. Bye.
You know, I've never actually owned a gamepad for my computer.
I can't tell if he's joking or not.
No, he's doing it. I mean, like, he wouldn't joke about this.
Really? I think he would. This might be a bit.
Well, what's the punchline? Oh, fuck. The tutorial's still running. Jesus Christ.
This is amazing.
I mean, I was going to talk about my D&D campaign, but I don't know. I feel like we need to address this.
My favorite part of this is that he's going to get back, plug the controller in, and then it's going to fail to recognize it. We're going to have to restart the game and the tutorial.
Oh, God, I hope so.
I hit something.
Okay. Well, that was a mistake.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're about to find out how well this game reacts to me just hot plugging in a fucking DualShock 5.
If you think for 1 second that the port of this game is so butter smooth that you could just like change controllers in the middle of it from one not originally supported controller to another not originally supported controller, I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Nothing's happening, and also the sound went away. Did I unplug my... Oh. Did the sound device get changed because the DualShock 5 has a speaker in it?
We're hearing you get beat up.
This is actually somehow worse than I expected.
Oh no, you're hearing it. They're not, because yes, the sound did actually get changed. So we're gonna go fix that. We'll do that. Sound settings here, and his speaker's wireless controller. Why the fuck? All right, here we go. Let's see. Options, controller, type A, type B. That's not really. Type C, type D. All right. Well, what happens if we restart the game? I actually don't want to restart the video. Do I have to fucking Alt F4 this? Alright, fine. Let's try that again. I don't even know if...
Oh, is it one of those like console game ports that doesn't like let you access the menu until you beat the tutorial?
Apparently. Well, I mean, I was able to access the main menu.
Okay. Right.
I'm not even 100% certain if this thing is... Okay, yeah. There we go.
One nice thing about PC games is that they have to account for any arbitrary bullshit like that you might be doing with your computer, like alt-tabbing or just like, you know, skipping something or like saving your state. Like console games, they take too much control. They take too much power. I don't like it.
I just realized this is going to be a little awkward because the cord I plugged in for this thing is not very long. Okay, it is detecting my controller now. All right, let's. Hi everybody, welcome to an unexpected pick for Patron Week. We're playing a Metal Gear.
You're not streaming.
Am I not? Oh fuck! Right, I'm not streaming. Because I had to close the game to get to detect this. All right, now we're streaming.
All right, let's just pick back up when we get to the same part of the tutorial, I guess. Should take more than a second.
No, we're doing this live. This is all going into the show.
Okay.
Aren't you guys glad you picked this fucking game?
Nano machines.
You had a chance. Number 2 on the poll was Don Bradman's Cricket. You had a chance to have us play cricket, and you fucking didn't go for it. So this is your punishment.
You want to know the sad part? I actually prepared a game to play this week, and it actually would have controlled worse and been more awkward than either of those two options.
Do a ninja run. Use your ninja skills that you worked so hard for.
Yeah, this immediately feels much better.
What a fucking surprise, Josh!
While in motion with the ninja run, you know. Swinging your blade,
I like how this guy's name is Doctor.
Or striking your foes with a sliding attack.
Alright. Oh, I was supposed to do a slide attack. Okay.
What do you think he's called in the original Japanese? Like, is it just Sensei, or like, is he also still called Doctor?
I mean, Sensei is not Doctor, so like.
Well, like it's like not... the. I mean, it might not be like, but it's like the term of like respect that you would use, like Doctor.
That's dash attack. That doesn't feel like a dash attack. So, what is Metal Gear, actually?
Metal Gears are like mechs.
No, I know what Metal Gears are, but like, this franchise, I have never really gotten into it.
You know what?
Aside from that bit where I played the first game, but it's not really. I mean, that's the game where the box art is fucking like a scan of Kurt Russell from that '80s movie. Like
it's Michael Biehn.
Like that's what Snake looked like. No, it's Kurt Russell.
It's both. It's both. But you know, people have given a lot of different answers to like the question, like what does Metal Gear Solid actually mean? Like, what is the purpose behind the franchise? Like, what is the overriding explanation of how you make it? Do you focus on like the political thriller Tom Clancy aspects? Do you focus on like the weird Kojima bullshit? Do you focus on like the kind of goofy sci-fi stuff? I think probably the best way to sum up Metal Gear as a franchise, though, is just dead.
Yeah, I mean there is that.
It's very dead.
Which is unfortunate, but
I'd say it was killed, like, I'd say it had like 7 or 8 more profitable games in it.
Or is that just not a thing?
For those of you who don't remember what happens, the developer of the Metal Gear Solid franchise was like, it was a very influential tour called Hideo Kojima, and he got into a huge spat with his publisher for a lot of just auteur reasons, but then ultimately because his publisher decided they didn't want to make video games anymore, they wanted to make gambling machines. So we're not going to see any of these anymore because they kept the video game parts and they don't give a shit about them.
Jeff Cayley complaining about Konami is like the best example of like the worst person in the world made a point or whatever. Like that Onion article, yeah.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
This is the perfect opportunity for you to carefully aim your strike.
Anyway, Josh, I looked it up. The lock-on button is either right bumper or on the PC you press E.
I would say that the real like fundamental. The real fundamental nature of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and the reason why it can't just come back tomorrow, is the Metal Gear Solid franchise is basically one big flashing disclaimer that says, I know this is tedious and seems really slow-paced and weird, and you'd rather not sit like through it and see if we're going anywhere with this, but trust me, we are. It's Metal Gear Solid.
It would be smart if this guy would attack so I could practice the parrying, but he just seems to mostly be interested in walking backwards very slowly.
Basically, the Metal Gear Solid brand, except for this game, is just like one big disclaimer that says, it gets good, we promise.
Is it... Wait. I can't remember. I'm using a DualShock 5, so I'm not looking at, you know, it's got the buttons. Okay, X is square. All right. I remember how to play fucking video games. Shut up. That didn't... God, I feel like I'm playing a fighting game right now. Suck at this shit.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning to anybody who for some reason is not, like, doesn't know much about Metal Gear Solid. The other games in the franchise are not like this one. This is like a completely different thing. I think a different developer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Platinum, isn't it?
Yeah.
What Platinum?
Exploded.
I don't remember anything that
they do action games like this.
Okay.
Bayonetta, that sort of thing.
Oh, right, okay. Bayo, yeah, there you go.
Nier Automata.
Okay, this is basically if Bayonetta was like a Tom Clancy bishonen. There we go.
3 years. We've come so far in just 3 short years.
Tom Clancy bishonen. That's actually a really good description of Raiden.
Has anyone ever, like, done the absolutely critical work of trying to get, like, their Tom Clancy dad into Metal Gear Solid as a franchise?
I'm pretty sure I know more about Tom Clancy novels than my dad does, so...
Right, Tom Clancy is, like, I think, generally among, like... There's, like, a certain demographic of people who read Tom Clancy because, like, the Master and Commander books are too fruity.
Doing our job, Mr. Prime Minister.
It's like, I want to see if that person can make it through any Metal Gear Solid property. Like, you could pick one. Maybe 3? I feel like 3 might be the best pick.
Well, order has returned sooner than expected. Perhaps I was wrong about these private military companies.
We prefer private security providers, sir. Most of Maverick's contracts...
I do like how
security.
the Prime Minister did just call Raiden Mr. Lightning Bolt.
There's a saying I like. One sword keeps
So,
another in the sheath.
wait, Metal Gear's in English even in Japanese, right? Or is it... No, they have a Japanese dub.
Yeah, no, they have Japanese voice acting, but like...
What was that joke in Japanese then?
It's the code the samurai lived by.
Sorry, which joke exactly?
The Mr. Lightning... Okay, Raiden is Japanese for Lightning Bolt.
Oh, I see.
So Mr. Lightning Bolt is making a play on Raiden, but it only works if he's talking in English or a not Japanese, so...
Or alternately, it doesn't work because I don't know that Raiden means lightning bolt.
Pretty sure it does. Oh, you don't know. Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
Oh,
big
no, a guy with
fucking
a
samurai
sword.
film moment. Like, see, this is the essence of the Metal Gear franchise. Is that, like, you see something directly out of a 90s anime just kind of dropped into something out of a 2000s, like, military grunge movie.
So yeah, the opening for this game kind of kicks ass, which is I think one of the reasons it was recommended to us.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, hey, more people pick their patron picks based on whether, like, specifically the first 60 minutes is going to be fun to watch. Like, I think that could really be the start of something good.
Like, I don't think the 20 minutes of dicking around in the tutorial was what they were envisioning when they were voting for this. But this goes pretty hard pretty much immediately as soon as you start playing as Raiden here Raiden in a few seconds.
But this honestly really does look like a 2000s video game, like a Battlefield Battlefield 19, not 42, but like, you know, kind of the early 2000s Battlefield games where your friend has like a skin from some anime they're really into that they play on their end, and I think that's what they see their character as, but everybody else is just like the random terrorists and Marines.
So it's like if Fortnite were Battlefield.
I think that I can't agree to that one without getting in trouble.
We are going to die.
Stay calm.
I'm on it. Guard the Prime Minister.